Hello, darlings, and welcome to Digimon Gayest. This is the podcast where we're simply looking at a cat boy. That's gonna occupy a good chunk of our time here. Look at him, he's standing on a rainbow. I'm Emery, my pronouns are he, she, they.
I'm Morg, my pronouns are they, them.
I'm Elvier, my pronouns are she, they, and I also think cat boys are valid.
Oh yeah, me too.
We are continuing our coverage of the gayest episodes of Digimon. This week we watched episodes 21 and 24 of Digimon Tamers. Both pretty good episodes in my opinion, although I would say that about most episodes of Tamers, to be honest.
Yeah, Tamer's pretty good. So yeah, I mean, these are farther along than where our Digimondays are, I believe. But there's nothing, like, super spoiler, like, I guess so, like, but, you know, proceed with caution, I guess.
Yeah.
I've never seen Tamers. I didn't feel like I was giving any important plot points. I was mostly confused.
The main spoilery plot points that we hit are that, basically they're these guys named Deva. They're Digimon created by God to be mean to humans, and one of them kidnaps Kulumon, and the kids have to go to the digital world. In a Digimon anime? So, really?
That's what I was gonna say. I was like, the only, like, spoilers is that they go to the digital world, and I'm like, wow, really? You don't say.
They're a bunch of Jellymon wannabes, and they can't even do it right.
So... yeah, should we get into our recap?
Yes.
All right. Tamers episode 21. Hirokazu, Kenta, and Juri are all looking for Takato, who is no doubt up to some Tamer shenanigans. Meanwhile, Yamaki is working with the Wild Bunch, or rather being the boss of the Wild Bunch, talking about how he's going to control the entire internet and how he needs the Digimon's core program data in order to neutralize the threat of emerging Digimon. He vaguely threatens Jianyu, saying that his kids will be in danger for as long as Digimon continue to appear in the real world. Okay, buddy, having a normal one, I see.
He's normal.
Hirokazu, Kenta, and Juri sneak into a bush and stake out a meeting of the three Tamers, who are debating the existence of Digimon God. This is an anime, so naturally God is trying to kill them. Juri says how she doesn't even care about being a Tamer, she doesn't even collect the cards, and subsequently drops 1 million Digimon cards. Hirokazu and Kenta fuck off, and Juri runs into Kulumon. Kulumon eats some bread, and Juri wonders, is this my partner? Kulumon is like,
I just wanted some bread.
Just want bread, man. I don't want anyone to be my partner. I don't fight.
Mood.
Shit.
Then Kumbiramon pops out of a sewer and says their name like a Pokemon.
Love this guy. What a freak.
He is a freak.
Juri asks if this weird little rat is her partner, to which Kumbiramon says, frick no, I'm a servant of Digimon God and I hate humans. He takes a big bite of cereal and says that no Deva will ever be partners with a human. Juri says, okay, that's fine. Oh wait, no it's not. Juri tells Kulumon to go fight this guy, but Kulumon, a squishy little marshmallow, says no thanks, and they run away. Kumbiramon heads them off, but then the gayest thing to be ever depicted in animation happens. A big, buff cat boy appears out of a motherfucking rainbow. Juri immediately falls in love, and listen, whomst among us. Leomon fights off Kumbiramon, and Juri declares that she is his tamer. In a magnificent display of unearned confidence, she also tries to flirt with him. Leomon says, okay, this is weird, I'm asking you to stop, I'm gonna leave. He leaves, and Juri gives chase, fueled by a head-empty mindset and a sudden furry awakening. The hijinks continue as Takato, Jan, and Ruki get involved. Juri keeps trying to prove that she's Leomon's tamer, despite all evidence pointing to the contrary. Oh hey, now Kumbiramon's back. He scraps with Leomon, and apparently did a training off arc screen because now he does a shadow clone jutsu. Juri tries to assist Leomon using Takato's Digivice to do a card slash, but to no effect. Hey, there's also this weird kid who's been hanging out in the background this whole time and seems strangely fixated on Kulumon. I'm sure it's fine. Galgamon and Leomon finish off Kumbiramon, and Juri is left alone with her feelings of rejection. The episode ends back on the Wild Bunch, who are looking at an old drawing of some kids with a D-Arc before an unknown force shakes the earth.
Yeah.
This kid is normal.
What an episode.
Yeah, so Elvier, how did you feel after not seeing any Tamers?
I can only assume that whoever is drawing this or designing this or doing the creative process in the background is like, what can I get away with? How subtle can I be? How much can I just jam in here and people just won't notice? If you know, you know. It's a rainbow. I know that there's a lot happening in this episode, and I don't understand the plot at all. And Digimon are apparently playing cards. There's a cat boy on a cat man. Let's call it what it is. That Snow Boy. Standing on
the Baraist cat man to ever exist. It's Leomon.
That's a bear, but it's a lion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
On a rainbow. I think the reaction was more than valid.
Love that, like, Leomon's like, I do not understand why this child is here, maybe flirting with me. This is also, I'm homosexual.
Yeah.
He's like, can she not see the giant ass rainbow I came in on?
Juri is so funny in this episode. She's just head empty from beginning to end. It's incredible.
She chases him down.
She has one thought, and it's to be a tamer. And she will do whatever it takes to be a tamer. And I think if she has to punch God to do it, she will.
I like that, like, when Takato is calling Jean and Ruki, like, they both, like, are approaching this with different attitudes. Like, Jean's like, I think she has a crush on Leomon, it sounds like.
She's trying.
And then Ruki's like, she's not a fucking tamer. She doesn't have a Digivice. Hello?
Have you ever been in love? Like, just yelling that casually.
Yeah.
She answers. She really has no thoughts.
She answers. She's been in love in kindergarten, I guess.
God.
I like that she doesn't ask, like, why he's asking that. She's just like, oh, this is a normal question to ask someone.
Yeah.
She doesn't get, like, mad. She's not like, oh, I don't like him or anything like that. She just keeps chasing him. Doesn't matter.
Is she an oversharer?
Takato and Juri are, like, both no brain cells, and they're communicating perfectly.
I did have a moment of, that's right, cell phones are a fairly recent invention. Mm-hmm. I didn't grow up with one.
So true.
He has to go to a payphone and pay to call his
MF
friend.
has a payphone.
And then pay to call his other friend. We used to live like this.
Extremely funny that people communicated in O2 with, like, email.
Yeah.
Like, little, like, they were, like, crazy gadgets. Not just, like, this is a cell phone. This is just...
Oh, if only my cell phone let me partner with a Digimon.
Ruki, for some reason, has a cell phone, and I'm like, damn, in 2001? Are you sure?
Damn, she rich. Is it 2001? I thought 02, the whole thing was... It took place in 2002.
So
does it take place in the future?
So
is that what it is?
So yeah, even though 02 takes place in 2002, it aired in 2000. So yeah, it is the far off futuristic year of 2002 is the situation.
That's so funny.
And then
okay,
and then
this is 2001.
Yeah, Tamers aired from 2001 to 2002.
Okay, all right, that's fun.
So futuristic with the cards.
Love the cards. Bring back the cards.
Bring back the
Bring
cards.
back sliding.
The cards confuse me so much. Are Digimon real in this world, or are they just an invention?
Yes.
Did someone invent them?
Yes.
Yeah, the answer is yes.
Oh my god.
The answer is yes.
Okay, Elvier, you ready for this?
I don't think I am, but I'm sitting fairly comfortable. Time to knock me off this chair, I guess.
So, Digimon Adventure and Digimon Adventure 02 are fictional TV shows within the fiction of Digimon Tamers.
Of course, okay, makes
Takato
sense.
knows who Taichi is because he's seen him on the TV.
He wants to look like Taichi with the goggles.
That explains his clothes. Yeah, he wants to be a main character. Okay.
So Digimon is like a fictional media property, like in IRL, and also there are real Digimon.
The best of both worlds.
Exactly.
Yeah, they're real too. And then they're like, holy shit, Digimon is real? What? And then there's like a whole thing as to why they're real, and that's like huge spoilery stuff. So,
Yeah.
but like it's fun. It's a fun time.
Yeah, remember all those people from like the very beginning of the episode who were working on computers, and one of them was Jan's dad?
I'm sure that's not upsetting at all, and it won't have a very angsty ending.
They invented Digimon, it's fine.
Oh,
It's normal. It's fine.
So they had to put in a lot of effort to invent Digimon, and then some kid who wants to look like Daichi just makes up his own.
Yeah, he
that.
just made one
Yeah,
up.
more or less.
He's a natural.
His OC comes to life.
All these other scientists just hanging up their coats like if a kid can just do it after he tried so hard, maybe it's time to just give up. That would be a fun ending. Is that what happens?
Not exactly.
Not exactly, damn. I thought I was onto something there.
That is a fun theory, though. I do like that theory. That should be a future Digimon series.
Yeah, and the one where Tamers is a TV show that they can watch. And then they have card games of the card game. Because this implies that this is like Yu-Gi-Oh! Where you have card games of the card game, but you can buy cards that have characters from the card game on them. And that always leads me to the question, in universe, can you get a card with the characters of it on it? And then you're like, who is this kid? Why is this kid on my Digimon card?
God, that's Buddyfight though.
Oh yeah, it is. Oh, that's probably because I listened to the episode.
Buddyfight seems very strange.
God, I haven't finished season 1. It's kind of wacky though.
I just heard a podcast. That's all I know of it.
Yeah, it's very strange. From what I know, there's people on the server that know more about Buddyfight than I do, but
apparently I just accidentally said the plot because I'm really good at predicting plots today. I'm sure the next time you speak to me, I will know exactly what happens to Tamers. To Tamers, no, in Tamers. I know how words work.
Yeah, okay, Elvier, well, after seeing 2 whole entire episodes, what are your Tamer predictions?
My Tamer predictions. Right. So I don't remember anyone's name. That's one thing.
describe them.
Just, yeah.
If you need the name them or whatever.
So I already established that future furry, present furry, what does it even matter?
Jury.
Jury is definitely going to punch God. I'm certain of this. Takato, I don't know. He has main character vibes, but also looks like the least assuming one ever.
Takato is kind of a baby and a dumbass. he still gets to be the main character though, and it's good.
Okay, I'm happy for him. I have no idea what he's going to do. His head is so empty that I cannot predict where it's going to go.
It's head empty in like a very different way than the first two like leaders. Mm-hmm. It's just like I'm small and a childish dumbass instead of I'm a dumbass because I have a thick head. It's more like I'm a dumbass because I don't know things. Yeah, I'm small and baby.
He knows that he is small and baby. I feel like he's aware of that, and he just leans into it.
Yeah, I think
So I want him to keep that. God, he came up with a flag of everyone.
Yeah.
That's amazing, especially considering that I don't think everyone in that group actually likes each other. Because the one that has Venom on,
yes.
Extreme mean girl vibes. Extreme Sasuke vibes. Everyone is beneath me.
Love Ruki.
Yeah.
So I imagine that she has a solo arc where she's ignoring all her friends, but it's for the better, and then they have they meet up again, and she definitely cries, and that's the height of emotion, and then she never does that again.
Ruki is the one who says none of you are my friends.
I didn't come here to make friends.
Exactly.
That's who she is. Okay. Who else did we see?
You got that very on, Ruki, you got it pretty much.
I can sense a Sasuke archetype. I know my Sasuke.
Yeah.
I assume John is the smart kid. I think they made John the smart kid. Did they?
Yeah, probably would be.
Is that his only character trait?
No.
Oh, thank God.
He's a little like hero in that he has like some sort of pacifist vibes and needs to learn how to do violence.
Great. Yeah. Then my prediction is that he helps. I forgot her name again. Punch God. I don't know who God is.
So you think Jen punches God too?
With Juri.
Jen and Juri punch God. I hope God turns out to be John's dad in that case. I'd love to see a kid just punch their dad if they're shitty. You know, it brings me joy.
God. Hey, Elvier, watch Savers.
That's a different series.
Yeah, watch Savers if you want to see like punching God and punching dads and punching everyone. That's like all I know about Savers is that the leader dude is very punchy and doesn't wear goggles.
Okay, great. Love it. I will put it on my list. It's already on my list. Who else was there? The guy with the black t-shirt.
Yeah, Hirokazu and Kenta. You can treat them as one entity because
they are forgotten by the end.
Yeah, pretty much. I'll tell you this now. You got that one in one.
Nice. They're so forgettable. And who else? Did we see Kulumon?
Yeah, there's Kulumon.
That's adorable. I imagine that Kulumon terrorizes the bakery. That's what happens.
Hey, what about Shu-chan? What about Jan's little sister?
Shu-chan. That was adorable. She like, oh, this is real? This plush that I've been playing with? And that how many scenes were there of Ariamon just being thrown across the room?
Yeah, in the second episode, which we haven't summarized yet, like, Shu-chan discovers that Terriamon is real, and that's good.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, good, nice.
Yeah.
She's like, great, it can hug me back.
God.
Which is the main concern there, really.
Yeah, so I don't have a lot more to say about episode 21. I mainly picked it for this list because Rainbow Cat Boy.
Rainbow Cat Boy, good. Serotonin.
Yeah, my brain was first like, wait, isn't this kind of het? And then I'm like, oh, no, it's a Rainbow Cat Boy.
There's nothing subtle. Someone knew what they were doing.
I'm convinced of
someone
this.
Has to have known.
They have
this
to.
This was it. If you know, you know. And if you don't know, then you won't notice, and that's fine. That's perfect.
Yeah, definitely.
This is gay coded on purpose, and I refuse to believe otherwise.
This is the gay coding that I want. This is good. We want this.
All right, speaking of gay coding, can we get into episode 24?
We sure can.
Awesome. This episode opens in the aftermath of the latest Deva attack, with substantial damage to Shinjuku, and Kulumon having been kidnapped by the weird kid from earlier, who was actually
a monkey.
Who was actually a Deva in disguise. He was Monkey. Takato has a moment of self-awareness where he realizes how much worry he's caused his parents by repeatedly throwing himself into dangerous kaiju fights, and also because of how he has to do something considerably more dangerous now by leaving home and going to the digital world after Kulumon. Cut to Janyu having some queer elder energy as he talks to Jan about how he envisioned a future where the children of the future could communicate with Digimon and with each other using the power of the internet. He muses on how it is to finally see his visions coming to life and how he is working to make things safer for the next generation.
Damn.
By the way, Janyu is the only parent who knows that any of the kids had Digimon partners. The rest of the adults don't know that Digimon even existed until they started showing up and knocking over buildings and shit. Hey, it turns out that Juri and Leomon are actual real partners now. I'm sure that will go great for both of them. Ruki and Renamon are discussing how they need to find a portal to the digital world quickly so they can go and rescue Kulumon, when Ruki's grandmother walks in on them. Oh no! Fortunately, Seiko is cool with it, saying she knew that something was going on, and it's fine with her. Ruki's mom might not be so open-minded about the whole situation though, so maybe let's not mention it to her for now. Also, Renamon says they would protect Ruki with their life, and Ruki goes a little misty-eyed at this. I'm simply pointing at the two of them and asking you to draw your own conclusions, and that conclusion is they're queer platonic. Gilmon is digging the floor out of his house, like he likes to do, and he found a portal underground. Nice. Meanwhile, Impmon is T-posing and descending into hell. Takato, Juri, Hirokazu, and Kenta get kicked out of class for having an I am Spartacus moment, and they reflect on how they won't be back in class for a while because they're going on a cool monster adventure. I'm sure everything will be fine.
Hell yeah.
Meanwhile, Yamaki is busy having depression because he has fucked up every single decision in his life.
So true.
Takato and his classmates all write essays about how they're essentially running away. The teacher is like, hey, this is fucked up. Don't involve me in this. I don't want to get into trouble for letting you go on a monster adventure. Also, it's dangerous. That too. Takato goes home with Gilmon and says, hey, check out my OC. What's gayer, telling your parents that you're gay or telling your parents that you're a Digimon tamer and you're going on an isekai adventure to rescue your friend Kulumon? The parents have mixed reactions. There's also a very cute scene where Terriermon reveals to Shuchan that he is not just a stuffed animal, but a real alive guy. Shuchan, a 7-year-old, is completely unfazed by this and thinks it's normal.
It is. It's normal.
It's very normal.
Ruki, not knowing how to talk to her mom about what's going on in her life, instead performs some gender conformity and says this will probably make her think that everything's normal for a little while. The gang all meet up to go on their cool adventure, and Takato shows up with a cool pride flag that he drew. Nice! Yamaki is also there and says, I'm an ally now, and gives them a little PDA so they can connect to the real world. The episode ends with the gang setting off for the digital world. By the way, the ED for the second half of Tamers is a song about existential ennui and kissing, and that also has some pretty gay energy.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, the ending song, once again, I was like, someone new. Someone new.
Someone new.
And I love it.
Yeah, so what I was gonna say, was that, during the scene when Takato came out, told his parents about Guillaumon, his mom was, like, freaking out, because, like, you know, he's her baby boy, like, how can he be gay? I mean, how can he be going on an adventure like this? It's dangerous. She just saw a big pig Digimon destroy the fucking town. Like, she doesn't want her baby boy to die. And then, his dad just like silently like walks up and he like goes into the like kitchen or something and he like starts making bread. And he starts making Guillemon bread because Takato had mentioned that he had wanted bread to take with him since he wasn't sure of the food situation in the digital world. So like his dad is very like, he's like a quiet, supportive father. It's very nice.
He's the one good anime dad ever.
Real allies give their gay sons bread.
Yeah.
So true.
So yeah.
I love my gay son. Bread.
Exactly.
Imagine going into that bakery the next day and all the bread just has that on it. Oh, I love that dad. Truly amazing.
Love that.
Yeah, you know that this is the bakery that everyone comes to when the other bakeries don't give them their gay wedding cake.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah, so like I alluded this I think in previous episodes, but yeah, this episode isn't like about any particular gay ship. It's just like damn, the vibes, the metaphor. Like this episode is all about having like a difficult conversation with your parents and revealing some vulnerable information and how like all the kids are dealing with that differently. Some of them are like, okay, gotta address this directly. Some of them are like, okay, I'm gonna write an email or I'm just gonna leave and not mention it.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna write an email. Hi, Dad. I'm gay. I mean, isekai'd into another world. See you soon.
Yeah, Ruki and Renamon just get, like, found out accidentally.
It's just, like, sad, because I was wondering, like, why did Ruki, like, wear the dress for her, like, mom who was, like, drinking and stuff, but, like, she didn't say, like, oh, I'm leaving.
Yeah, like, kind of...
She just wore a dress.
Yeah, like, kind of the whole deal there is, like, Ruki and her mom, like, don't really communicate well, like, her mom is, like, trying to be more involved in Ruki's life, even though she's, like, very busy for her modeling job and, like, does not have, you know, is not able to be around that often. You know, so, like, she tries to, like, do stuff with Ruki, but it's all like, hey, check out these cute clothes. You like this, right? And Ruki's like, no, I don't. I like card games and shit. I like card games and wearing pants with a belt around the leg.
Mother, I'm, like, soft butch, please.
Yeah, exactly. So... yeah, so I think, like, Ruki wearing the dress is just being, like, a sort of bid to try, or just like an attempt to try and communicate with her mom, or at least, like, you know, do something to make her happy before she goes to fuck off and leave it, you know, go isekai for a while, but, like, it is ultimately kind of, like... a dishonest attempt because, like, she's doing something very inauthentic.
It's like when you dress up for family dinner because you gotta look normal.
Exactly.
And she's leaving behind a good memory of her looking all girly, which is a fake memory, because that's not the kind of person that she is. But she's leaving this fake memory that she thinks her mother needs.
Yeah.
And then fucking off because she can only do that for that short period of time.
Yeah, better remember this moment well, because I'm gonna burn all the pictures of me in feminine clothing.
It's just funny, because, like, sometimes that doesn't matter. Like, I don't know. I was just thinking about this before. Like, you could look like whatever, and, like, your parents will be like, oh, you were... I still think of you as when you were born. And it's like, dude, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, okay, like, I understand it. Like, it's one thing if, like, a parent's like, you can, like, dress the way you want. Like, that's cool. Like, that's fine. Like, you know, you can be my non-conforming child. But if the kid's like, no, don't see me, like, as I was born. Like, that's not what I am. Like, I don't know. Then you should, like... you should listen to them. I don't know.
Yeah, listen to your kids is valid advice, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, what are y'all's thoughts? Like there are just like so many little points that I think we can just like touch on and like point out and say like, wow, gay. But yeah, I'm wondering what stood out to all of y'all.
I mean, I loved that you described the dad who I'm blanking
Jean Yu?
Yeah, Jean Yu, like that he was like an elder gay giving advice. Like I was like, oh yeah, that is kind of the vibe, huh?
Takes off his sunglasses for that scene as well.
No, that's someone else.
I can't remember any of these people.
No, it's okay.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the one that with the blue hair, not the blonde hair.
Did someone with blue hair? Who?
Bluish, like.
I thought the blonde guy gave them something.
No, he did. I'm talking about when I keep wanting to call
at the
him
very
Henry.
beginning.
Jesus Christ!
Oh, at the beginning. No,
Yeah.
I don't remember that. I'm sorry. I swear I watched these episodes like just now. My memory is just
No
shit.
worries. Listen, there's a lot of characters in Tamers. I can see being lost if you don't know who any of these people are.
I was just talking about the conversation between father and son. That's all
Yeah.
I mean. But blonde man is a whole different story. He's a bastard, man.
Good, because I actually don't like him. I don't know if he's good or not. I just don't like him. I don't trust him. He looks like the kind of character I wouldn't trust.
He's complicated, and I don't know if you should trust him, but that's... Watching it from the beginning actually makes you probably want to trust him more now than, like, in the past, if that makes sense. Like, he's fucked up enough that he's like, maybe I'll learn my lesson.
Yeah.
Finally, maybe.
He's seen some shit.
Yes, exactly.
He fucked around and found out. Okay.
Yes. He's something else. I don't know specific. I mean, I feel like I mentioned a lot of it, like Takato talking to his parent. Like, their different reactions, and like Ruki's grandma just being like cool with it. Like, she's like, "Oh, I thought there was a fox spirit following you," instead of, "Oh, I thought you were fucking gay as hell," and now it's confirmed.
Yeah.
I don't know what a Digimon is. I don't care.
I'm glad you found someone.
I'm glad you found someone.
Yeah, and also just like the moment in that conversation of both Ruki and her grandmother being like, yeah, mom's probably not ready for this conversation, huh?
No. She won't be for a while.
Yeah. It takes her a minute.
But it's nice. It's nice when it happens.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
I don't think any one moment really stood out. I really should have watched the episode twice. But there's the scene where Taketo gets called out by the teacher for not paying attention, and then his friends all stand up and they come up with these excuses to do the tension together. And because I'm watching this through the gayest lens that I could find, I was like, oh, this is what it's like when you're in school. And you actually have people in class who know you and who are like you, and if you get in trouble for being you, they'll be like, wait a minute, miss. Teacher, if you're gonna punish him for being that, guess what? I am too. And then you're all in it together, and I really love that moment. It's not specifically anything, but just these kids banding together and just supporting each other in such a way. That's what I love so much.
Yeah, this is something that really holds true across, like, most Digimon seasons, is just, like, the gay friend group aspect of it. Because, like, yeah, I think this episode in particular just, like, points to a lot of things, like, throughout the franchise that are very queer-coded. Just, like, the fact of having Digimon, and, like, most of the time you have to hide it from your parents until you can't anymore, and then, like...
that conversation with their parents, that's we all know that. Like, if you've been in that situation, you know that conversation.
Yeah.
It's horrible. You hate every second of it. And he's looking down at the table. Takutos is like looking down at the table like, this is my OC that I made.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
This is my persona, parents.
Yeah.
It would have been less gay if he showed up with his boyfriend.
Exactly. That's exactly what we're saying. And then, yeah, also there's just, like, the fact that, you know, these friend groups, you know, form around, you know, Digimon and, like, having Digimon partners. And it, like, yeah, there's just, like, a lot of, you know, parallels you can draw to, like, having a gay friend group when you're in school, you know?
Yeah.
I think Leomon is also giving me older gay guy vibes, who is taking this young... I don't know what the sexuality of, I forget her name again, is going to be, but he's like, you know what, someone needs to help this child.
Who are you talking about? I didn't catch what you were talking
Jury.
Oh, Jury
yeah.
and Leomon.
So someone needs to keep an eye on Jury so she doesn't fuck up, because she saw me once and she was ready to go down, and that's not okay. I will guide this child so she doesn't get, like, a weird old guy that says okay.
Yeah, no, Leomon is definitely like, okay, all right, I'm stuck with this kid. I guess I'll help her not die.
He's taking on the dad role.
Yeah.
The understanding dad role, and we love a found family trope.
Exactly.
It's really funny in the first episode, or no, I think it was this episode. This episode, like, when Jury had, like, come home to her family, I was like, does she have two dads? I don't know what's going on here. I don't understand.
Yeah, she does have two dads, and she chose one of them.
True, yeah.
And I think that's very powerful.
Yeah, Jury's biological dad kind of sucks shit, so I think, like...
That's right.
I think she very quickly abandoned having a crush on Leomon, because she's just like, oh, new dad, this is even better.
This is what I really wanted.
Exactly.
She gives him some juice. So adorable.
Yeah.
Yeah, if your parents suck, just choose someone else to be your parent.
Just hit the bricks.
And make them deal with it instead.
just hit the bricks. It's just, like, tough when you're, like, an adult. I'm like, well...
Yeah.
Are people, like, able to choose parents now? And, like, sometimes you can find, like, an older gay to help you out, but it becomes, like, complicated because you're like, wait, am I the older gay now? Fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, right. Oh. No, I'm not ready for that. I need to be my parents still. I have a good relationship with my parents most of the time, but I would still like an older queer parent.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm 29. I kind of feel like I'm too young to be the parent and too old to be the child.
Right.
I'm 28, and I still think I'm not too old to get myself a queer parent.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the youngest one on this podcast. Oh no. I mean, I'm only 27. Like, we're all very close. We're all very close in age, but...
Enjoy it while you can, because my 26-year-old friend told me that I'm old yesterday, so...
That's so mean.
No, she's right.
I turn 28 next month, actually.
Oh, nice. We'll be the same age for a little while.
But it's just, like... It's just funny, because, like, I remember in college, like, I had, like, just graduated college, but, like, my partner had been, like, doing, like, this Take 5, like, extra year kind of dealio, and, like, so I had hung around the college still, and, like, so sometimes I would go to their, like, trans club meeting kind of thing. And, like, people had told me that, like, they're like, oh, wow, you're, like, a non-binary adult. Like, these, like, freshmen are like, wow, you're, like, kind of a non-binary adult that I, like, look to. And I was like, oh, my God, I'm gonna cry. even though I was like, I'm only 22, but okay. But it was like old enough, like they were like, well, you've been, non-binary for a while now. And I was like, well, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Her out, I guess. But yeah.
22, I was still searching then.
I was like 19 when I came out as non-binary. I know.
Wish that me would have been happier.
It's complicated still to this day. There's a reason. That's a whole other can of worms, though.
It always is.
Gender being complicated? Damn. Never heard of that before.
But, yeah. So Leomon can be your gay dad now.
Yeah, Leomon can be your gay dad. This is always...
Thank you, Leomon.
This is a constant. No matter who you are.
Until he fucking dies.
Until he dies. Spoilers.
I'm sure he won't. I'm sure there's not a trend of Leomon dying. That would be weird.
Yeah, I'm sure it's not a meme or anything.
Does this count as burying your gays?
Yes.
Yes. Unless a gay person worked on it, in which case you're allowed to bury your gays. If you're gay, you're allowed to kill. Because then you're like, well, I have more gay characters, so it's fine.
Yeah.
My mind immediately went asking the serial killer in my house if they're non-binary, because otherwise it's a hate crime.
Fuck. Holy shit. Oh my god.
I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm like that.
No, that was great. That was fucking great. Excuse me, do you want to be known as committing a hate crime on top of being a murderer?
Oh, that's cringe.
Yeah, Elvier, when you say deranged things like that, it just means you're good at podcasting.
It just means you're good at podcasting.
Nice, it's definitely not because I usually go to sleep around this time.
Podcasting while you're half asleep is, like, sometimes the best shit, though.
I believe you shouldn't do it awake.
Yeah, the way to properly podcast, all you need to do is just get a microphone and then, like, lose a few hours of sleep, and then you're good to go.
Right, and watch a gay episode of something.
Exactly.
So true. I don't know if I have anything else to say here, because it's just like, yeah.
Yeah.
They all had coming out episode, moments. The ones,
It's real gay.
Some more quietly than others.
Yeah.
It gives you a range of options.
Yeah, also, like, the scene between Shuchun and Terriermon is, like, something that I've not experienced personally, but I've heard many people report on, which is, like, if you just tell, like, a little kid, like, hey, here's my gender, here's my pronouns, they'll just be like, okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, kids don't care. They just want to know if you want to play or not.
Yeah.
Then again, kids will also look at you and immediately know your 3 deepest fears and exploit them. You get acceptance, but also the terrible ordeal of being known.
Yeah, it's a double-edged sword.
Depending on, like, who's telling them, they might try to ask their parents about you, though, be like...
And that's when it gets fucked up.
Mama, I just met someone who uses funny name and pronouns. You're like, uh-oh, shit, fuck.
Yeah. Don't let parents teach their kids anything. That's just irresponsible.
God, I once got in trouble as a Scouts leader because one of the kids was saying homophobic shit, and I was like, yo, you can't say that. And his dad said, yes, he can. And I was like, no, he cannot.
No.
And then that dad never spoke to me again.
Great.
It was the funniest sentence ever, though, because he said all vegetarians are gay, which is a very huge misunderstanding of both vegetarians and gay people.
Wow.
But he still shouldn't be saying that shit.
Listen, I'm a vegan, so if you're looking at a sample size of 1...
Oh, yeah. Yeah. But then it's stereotyping, so it's still bad.
I'm just like, oh, all the vegetarians I know are like LGBT, and I'm like, you know what? 80% of the people I know are LGBT, so that's probably why.
Yeah, the sample size we're dealing with is just a bit biased, I think.
It's a bit skewed.
Yeah, who knows any straight people these days?
Oh, I know too many. I want to cut down on it, but the serial killer insists on committing a hate crime against me, so haven't convinced. I assume it's a guy. That's my stereotyping of today.
So fair. Actually, they're non-binary, and it's not a hate crime.
Oh yeah. Then it should
Still
be
a murder.
easier.
Still a different kind of
convince them to kill straight people. There's already so few of us non-binary.
No, don't kill me. Don't kill me. I'm not straight.
No, wait. I'm also non-binary.
You
should be friends.
You wouldn't bury a gay, would you? There's so little representation.
Oh,
All right.
I'm gonna regret half of what I say tomorrow. That's fine.
Yeah, I don't know that I have a lot more on this episode to say. Just that, yeah, it's very fucking a coming out episode, and
yes.
Yeah. Do we want to get into our tier list then?
Yeah.
Let me open it.
I think we're really getting into the territory of like, y'all have never seen or heard of these motherfuckers in your entire lives, so I kinda wanna just do it where like, I wanna get your thoughts first. Just like, describe them visually, tell me what you think, and then I can like sort of get into it with who the characters are.
I know some of the Savers people just like based on like, oh, maybe I'll watch this one day, and then never did.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is where the punchy boy is.
Yeah.
This is the one I should watch.
We like the punchy boy.
Oh, this is a completely different style. Oh, I'm not sure about this Agumon.
He does have a weird nose.
There's something like in combination with Daimon, I feel like Agumon is too smooth.
Mm-hmm.
He's too smooth. He should be scaly, and he's not. And I feel like it's implied that he's scaly, but he looks smooth.
Hey, do you want to know something?
It's like a Pokemon.
Do you want to know something fun about this Agumon?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's like 4 feet tall. He's gigantic. His head is like bigger than most people's body.
That's so funny.
That's amazing, because he looks so tiny. I'm gonna
Big
Google
boy
it.
alert.
I'm gonna Google
Big
it.
boy alert.
Agumon. Is it Savers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to Google it. Oh my god, I can see them next to each other. He's huge.
He's big.
He's big. Well, I give him points for being tall.
Big boy alert.
Big boy alert.
Also, I'm looking at Daimon, and I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Sleeveless outfits is peak outfits.
Extremely
So
good
true.
Sleeves were a mistake, and I don't just say this because I hate putting them in clothes, because it's really hard. And I don't like putting in an effort. It's genuinely just a superior fashion choice, and we should all go back to it.
Fuck sleeves. Why would you hide your shoulders from the world? That's coward shit.
Yeah.
Gunzo.
So
I like him. I don't know, like, what he does in the show, but I would be like, I don't know, like,
he looks cool.
Bunch of Digimon, it's funny, so it's, I don't know, like a B tier.
God. Okay, let me tell you about Masaru and Agumon in parentheses Savers. So, Masaru is the king himbo of all Digimon, the dumbest motherfucker on the planet.
Oh, we love a himbo.
Let's go.
So basically the way he meets Agumon is that like Agumon is like escaping from like the Digimon cops, and Masaru just runs into him and they get into a fist fight, and then after they have their fist fight, they're friends.
That's how you make friends.
Uh-huh.
Defeat means friendship, baby.
Yeah, Masaru never met a Digimon that he didn't want to punch, and he does punch most of them. His whole gimmick...
I need to watch this.
his gimmick is that he can only gain the power to let his partner evolve after he punches a big monster in the face. So a lot of times, like the setup for like the monster fight of the episode will just like be getting Masaru in a position where he can punch the big monster.
Amazing. Really, I'm putting it higher on my list of things that I'm going to watch.
All the other characters are like, why do you need to punch in order to activate your Digisoul? The rest of us can just do it. What's wrong with you?
I'm a himbo. Leave me alone.
Exactly. So that's his deal. He's so fucking dumb and so fucking funny.
Right. So how high up can we put him?
I would say probably A tier. Like this, I feel like I mentioned this either like earlier on the podcast or somewhere on the Discord, but like I feel like Savers is like the rare season where actually the main character is the best character.
Yeah, I would be fine with A from what I know of him. That's why I was like at least B, you know? I was like, higher is fine.
Yeah, put this boy in A tier.
All right, I'm gonna put him in A. All right, Toma and Gaomon. Hey, Gaomon has the same voice actor as Angoramon.
Ooh, puppy. This one looks like it's about to punch me in the face also, this dog.
Yeah, Toma looks like I would walk past him and just I wouldn't realize.
Yeah.
He could walk in a hospital and people would think that he's a nurse with that outfit.
You know?
That's so funny. That's kind of...
They would be wrong, because actually Toma is a 14-year-old and he's already a licensed medical doctor.
No! No, that was a joke that I made.
No, what the fuck? Oh, what? I mean, I know we have a genius in fucking Ghost game. I know we have fucking...
He has Kiyoshiro disease.
He's got Kyushu.
Except, is he a weep?
Unfortunately not.
No. Loses points immediately. I don't want a serious genius.
Yeah.
Too fucking serious.
Unfortunately.
Is he like half... Well, his name's fucking Thomas. Is his name Thomas? What's his name?
It's Thomas in the dub, I think.
Okay.
I'm calling him Toma because that's what he is
Toma.
in the sub. Yeah.
Well, his name, he's like half... Is he like half European or something?
I think so. Yeah, I think that's right.
His last name is Norstein. Which
yeah.
I don't imagine is a Japanese name.
Yeah,
you got that right. He is half European, I think.
I was just like, if they make like a blonde in like anime, a lot of times they're like half American or half European. Anyway.
Yeah, so...
Honestly, I have no opinion on this guy. I don't know.
To me, Toma has a little bit of Yamato but worse disease, sort of like Koichi, but he is one of the better Yamato but worses. You know, he does kind of like, you know, since he's like the very sort of strict by the book one compared to Masaru's like dumbass just punch the problem mindset.
Does he learn to loosen up as the show goes on?
He learns to loosen up a little bit. Also, like, kind of the big thing of his arc is that, like, the reason he became a doctor is because his sister has anime sister disease and is dying.
Valid.
Yeah. And for a little bit, he pretends to, like, join the enemy. He pretends to join, like, the guy who wants to do Digimon genocide because he's like, oh, I'll give your sister a cure for her anime sister disease. And then Toma's like... And then, you know, Toma eventually is like, haha, I was never with you in the first place. But, you know, we knew that all along. Yeah, so that's him. He's okay. I'd be inclined to put him on the B tier.
Yeah, he does sound like a B. The way you're describing him. And also, he doesn't stand out, but Gaomon does.
Yeah. Yeah, also Gaomon is very good. Like I said, same voice actor as Angoramon. He is.
A dog makes him very Yamato.
Yeah.
Like also.
Yeah, true. And also like Gabumon, he does have a crush on his partner. Except, like, instead of being, like, sort of the warm, friendly type like Gabumon is, he's just sort of, like, very strict, and he always, he always calls Toma master, and, like, anytime he gives an order, he's like, yes, master, and that's sort of his vibe. And, you know, they sort of have, like, I don't mean this in a horny way, but like a master but like a master and servant relationship where like Gaomon tries to be like very formal about it, but he does have some like crushy feelings. Yeah.
Like a king and his knight or whatever. Or like the person protecting it. Like I get it. Like I know you don't mean like in a
he wants to like way. be needed by serving, something like that, but it's in a it's really for your own good kind of way. I feel like he's a B.
Yeah.
Yeah, B's fine.
That's what I'm feeling.
What about the girl? I assume this is the only girl Digimon.
Her personality is girl.
There are a couple of like secretaries with Digimon, but they're like very side characters. And also Masaru's sister has like a informal partnership with a Piyomon that is also, again, sort of backgrounded, so I haven't put them on the list.
Yeah. I like her Digimon.
Yeah, this is Lalamon. She evolves into Sunflowmon, who is very good, and whomst I love. Yeah, unfortunately, Yoshino has Sora disease, where she seems like a good character, but also the writers just don't give her anything.
Her personality is girl, is what you're saying.
Pretty much. I mean, she has like a little bit of a personality. She is like the oldest member of the group. She's 18 compared to the other two who are 14, and she's just kind of like, a little bit sick of these kids and their bullshit.
I thought...
So yeah, that's her kind of vibe. She's just kind of like the slightly more jaded and cynical one of the group, but you know. And then she doesn't really get a whole lot of character development beyond that.
That sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, she has like a funny bit. She just kind of stays in the background for the whole time.
So, if she's kind of backgrounded, would you put her like lower then?
I'm kind of inclined to stick her with Sora in C tier.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, C seems valid.
Yeah.
All right.
It's too bad.
Now we got Ikuto and Falcomon. What do you think about these clowns?
I have complicated feelings because this child looks like he's trying to copy a Native American.
Yeah, I was
not sure how I feel about that.
How are they handling that?
Well, good fucking question. So this kid's deal is that he was born to human parents, but then one day the parents were like, oops, we opened a portal to the digital world. Hey, where's our child? Oh no, he's flying through the portal.
I've seen this episode of Pokemon.
So he got yeeted into the digital world while he was still an infant, and he got adopted by an adorable Yukidarumon and was just like raised for his entire life as a Digimon. And then, you know, sort of...
Does he think that he's a Digimon?
Mm-hmm.
He sure does.
Mm-hmm.
I do like that, but why... I feel like he could have just worn, like, the clothes, like, the orange pants, the yellow shirt. Like, yeah, it would have been more, like, boring of an outfit, but I would have felt less, like...
I think anything except feathers would have been a better choice.
But
it's the feathers.
But also, his brother is a bird, you see.
I do like that.
Yeah.
I guess that does make more sense.
I get what they were going for. I just think they kind of missed it a little bit. I haven't seen this series, but I'm looking at it, and my immediate reaction was also like, gotta be careful about this one.
But, like, I could see if, like, his personality is funny or whatever, like, I could see him being, like, a higher rank. I just would be, like, a little sus. It's just a little sus.
It also is kind of leading into, like, the quote-unquote, like, tribal tropes, like, to like, a heightened extent. Like, he speaks in broken Japanese, despite, like, having been raised by Digimon who speak fluent Japanese.
Perfect Japanese.
So it is, like...
They speak perfect Japanese.
It is like it is just kind of like sort of silly and self-aware about it, but that may or may not change how you feel, you know.
That seems why would you whatever. He's like, I don't want to speak like a normal. I don't want to speak.
Yeah, this is a choice.
Japanese. This is my choice.
I simply don't want to communicate. Which is valid.
Which, like, valid, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't put him too high up because I am. This is clearly someone came up with this idea and then did all the rest around it. But he clearly started from this point. I say this because is there a Digimon near him that has the same feathers as what he's wearing?
Right.
Because I'm looking at Falcomon and I'm like, those are not the same feathers. Where'd you get them feathers, boy?
I don't know. I'm not sure what Falcomon's pre-evolution was. It might have been from his baby level. I don't know.
That'd be kind of cute.
That would be adorable, yeah.
Yeah, but...
What's that on his back? Is that a boomerang on his back?
He got a boomerang.
Oh, I thought those were still feathers.
Me too. I thought they were giant feathers. I was like, how big is... Yeah, okay.
How big is a baby form? But, you know, Agumon is huge, so maybe baby forms are huge.
True.
Yeah, aside from, like, the questionable aesthetic stuff, I do like Ikuto and Falcomon's characters a lot. Like, he does go through, like, a whole identity crisis where he has to, like, reconcile with the fact that he's, like, a human with a Digimon upbringing, and kind of comes to, like, a very non-binary place with it, where it's like, okay, I can be both. Like,
I like that.
I love that.
And also, like...
I really like that, yeah.
Falcomon is, like, kind of a Wormmon type, where he's just, like, very sweet and supportive of everything that Ikuto's going through. And they are brothers, which is very adorable. They have the same Yukidarumon mom who got killed in the genocide, you know.
Fuck. Holy fuck.
The same stories keep going back, because I swear I just saw that in a movie.
So yeah.
I wouldn't put him too low. Like,
yeah.
Considering everything, he's definitely not like C. He's higher than that.
Yeah.
He's like a B?
Yeah, I'd be okay with B. That sounds about right to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
He sounds nice.
Yeah, he's nice.
He started off problematic, but you redeemed him.
Okay, so now we got the Cross Wars characters. We're gonna go through these guys real quick because I don't have a lot to say about them.
Yeah, I don't know anything about these.
Wait, I'm looking at the first one. I'm like, oh, it's Taichi.
It's not Taichi, it's Taiki.
No, oh my god, I didn't even notice the name. Oh,
and Shoutmon also has the same voice actor as Agumon from Original Adventure, so, you know, these two are really distinguishing themselves.
This screams original character, do not steal.
Exactly.
Look at these robot-ass Digimon, though.
Oh yeah, the fucking Cross Wars characters are toys first, Digimon second.
I see.
I do love a robot aesthetic.
Yeah, so Taiki
seems fine.
Taiki and Shoutmon, like, Taiki is fine. He's just, like, very generic, shony protagonisty boy. he loves to help people and do good things, and his tragic backstory is that one time he could have helped someone, but he didn't, and he still carries that with him to this day. And
of course.
He's so fucking generic. I hate him.
Who gives a shit?
Right, so generic characters go in C, right? Or are we saying it's worse than that because he's Taichi 2.0?
Yeah, before we decide, let me tell you about Shoutmon. Shoutmon in the first episode just tries to kill Taiki for no reason. So that's great.
Love that in a Digimon.
Also, then he's like, "Hey, why don't you be my general? Because that's what they're called in Cross Wars."
Oh, I don't like that.
If you do this for me, then you can have your choice of the women in my village. Hey,
Sorry?
See that Lilymon? She's pretty hot.
Sorry?
Put him straight down in F. I hate it.
Yeah, right?
Why?
I don't know. Cross Wars is just like that sometimes. It's bad.
Imagine if a robot comes into your house, punches you, and then says, "Yo, do you want some women? I can hook you up, bro."
Really is
weird.
like that.
Do you want to...
So how low can we put them?
How low can we go?
Can we put them between Junpei and Izumi?
You put it like... D
We could.
Something.
Yeah, I'm inclined towards D or F, honestly.
Yeah.
I don't like these guys.
Yeah, if it was just Taiki, I would be like, C or D, I guess. But like, I don't know. Yeah, I guess
the average is D, I suppose, between the two of them, because it's them together.
Shoutmon's totally original goal and motivation is to become king of the Digimon. A first for the shonen genre is wanting to become a king of some sort. And then also he does become a king, so he's just like a monarch for the entirety of the Young Hunters arc.
Damn, he found the One Piece. That's so iconic. I suppose. Wow.
It sounded like he was like also like kind of weirdly militant because he calls him a general. But yeah, so I would say like D or F.
Yeah.
It's kind of up to you since you know more about him.
Yeah, I'd like maybe be more inclined towards D. I don't know if Shoutmon drags it down to an F. I guess they do get a bit better in Young Hunters. Like, they're less like that, and they sort of, just play like the sort of older mentor-ish role for Taiki. Or not Taiki, fucking Tagiru.
Yeah, sure. Put him in D then.
Yeah, I think D sounds about right. Nene and Sparrowmon, what do you think?
Sparrowmon's a fun design.
I do like Sparrowmon. Aeromorph-ass motherfucker.
It's just a plane.
It's just a plane, and I like that for her.
Mm-hmm. She looks a bit like, what's the name of that Pokemon? Come in red and in blue. Lucky.
Latios and Latias.
Yes! It's kind of the vibes. It's good vibes.
You're not wrong.
And yeah, the girl, like the human, like she looks fine. I don't know.
Yeah.
I like her dress.
She just looks very a product of the time. You know how you sometimes look at things and you're like, yeah, that was in fashion then?
I like the dress, Yeah,
I like it. It's just the whole combo is very much like, oh, this was a vibe once, and it will be once again.
She has weird hair. Yeah, so that's my thoughts about her. Other than that, I'm like, I don't know where I would put her.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about her.
She doesn't have, like, a whole lot to her. Like, she's in the digital world to rescue her brother. Damn, we've never seen that in Digimon before. Yeah, she's okay, but, like, I feel like out of all the, partner pairs in Cross Wars, like, I buy her friendship with Sparrowmon the most. Like, And I guess she has like a little bit of a Ruki thing going on in the early arc where she's like, damn, I'm not friends with anyone. And then she's like, damn, I am friends with some people, but it's just like not done nearly as well as in Tamers. So I'm like, okay, she's okay. And Sparrowmon is pretty cute. But then, since people can have multiple Digimon in their armies in Cross Wars, Sparrowmon does kind of get replaced later on by someone called Mervamon. And if you don't know who Mervamon is, just imagine a Digimon with big old titty and ass.
Oh, I see her.
I looked it up. Wow. That's just a Digimon with titties and ass.
I like her snake arm.
Yeah. Like I said, Cross Wars is just kind of like that sometimes, and I don't like it.
I don't know how to feel about it. I'm still stuck on the fact that you've just dropped the bomb on me. That these kids have armies of Digimon.
Yeah. I don't know if I like that.
I hate that.
Yeah.
I know how I feel about it, and I hate it.
I think I hate it.
Yeah, good news, Cross Wars isn't great, and you don't have to watch it.
Maybe, like, if you like her and her partner, like, originally, maybe C.
Yeah, maybe C, maybe
C
B.
or
I feel
D.
I feel like she's the one in this group who could possibly make it to a B.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm maybe inclined.
Unless
she's
gay for her Digimon, I don't think. That's redeemable.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, you know what? It's not
this?
as gay as it could be, so I think I'm more inclined to C rather than a B.
Okay, what about...
Not to be biased on this podcast.
Our gay podcast? Who's this motherfucker with the Greymon, though?
Hey, remember how we were talking about Yamato but worse disease? This is yet another Yamato but worse.
Oh, these Yamato wannabes. I love the design, though.
I like his coat, yeah.
I would wear that.
Yeah, me too.
You see, I feel like he doesn't deserve the cool jacket, you know?
No, yeah.
Harsh.
Yeah, he's just like the generic rival character. He's angsty, he's lone wolf, but there's just like nothing behind it, at least as far as I remember. I don't remember anything about this character except that like he's bad Yamato and that I kinda hated him and didn't like it when he was on screen because he had nothing going for him.
It's funny that he has a champion level Digimon. An adult level Digimon.
Digimon don't have levels in Cross Wars, excuse you.
Why would I know that?
Maybe I should watch it so that I finally can be like, oh, that's a Digimon and be correct. Because I never know.
They're just all the same level, and they gain powers by doing fusion dances with each other, except when they do evolve.
What?
Yeah, it's whatever.
I like fusions. I mean, I like... You know.
The fusions are pretty good, but also it's just like, a lot of the times the fusion is just like, damn, what if you fuse Shoutmon with a different guy and it makes a bigger Shoutmon?
I assume they don't call it Jawgrass.
No, they don't. It's like, Rossa.
Is it even a little gay when they fuse?
No, unfortunately not.
Disappointing again.
It's not even gay when one of them fuses with Beelzebumon. Which is...
How? How do you make that straight?
I don't know. I don't know how they did it.
So are we thinking like D or F or something for this guy?
Yeah, I'm thinking D. I don't hate him quite enough to put him in like the F with Junpei and Izumi, but I don't think he has anything positive going for him.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, put him in D.
I like this little guy. I like this little Gumdramon.
He's smiling. The guy is smiling.
The human's smiling. And I like the little...
Gumdramon is kind of a little cutie. Yeah, we got Tagiru and we got Gumdramon. Tagiru once again, he's like a very shonen-y protagonist, like...
He's in Young Hunters, you said?
Yeah, Young Hunters. It takes place like a year or two after like the rest of Cross Wars, and it kind of like reshuffles its cast. So Tagiru is just like, he's the boy. He's just kind of like the, hyper energetic shonen-y type. Like, I feel like he could be more charming, but he's just kind of generic with it. I want to like him more, but I don't, because there's very little to his character. And Gumdramon is like kind of a goblin for 4 seconds in the episode that I watched, which would have made him more interesting if like he were more of a bastard, but he's just he from what I've seen of him, he mostly just sort of mirrors Tagiru's personality, where he's like, yeah, I'm in a shonen.
Seems okay. I mean, I don't know. I like his design.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I maybe want to put them in C.
Yeah, I'd be fine with that. I heard that, like, Young Hunters was better than the original. At least that's what people in the Discord were saying.
Yeah.
He looks interesting, which is more than I could say about the other ones, because he's smiling. I love a smiling guy.
Yeah.
And Gundamon looks cute.
Yeah.
I think we can drop these guys and see. They're just fine.
Who's this motherfucker with the blonde hair?
Am
I looking at poop with guns?
Yep. So you is man, I'm just gonna tell you now, these guys are destined for D tier. Yu is Nene's little brother. He was the one that got, like, kidnapped and brainwashed by the forces of darkness, but then in Young Hunters, he's back being a main character. I did not stick around to actually see the resolution of how he gets, unsickified, but, he's just kind of there, and I don't know why. Damemon...
You haven't seen a lot of Cross Wars then, so we're probably gonna get like someone being like, you didn't give so-and-so a chance, but it's like, none of us have saw this, I don't know shit.
Yeah, Cross Wars just doesn't have good enough writing. I'm fine putting most of these guys in low tiers.
Sorry, go ahead with Damemon.
Yeah, but Damemon is just a little piece of shit. He's like
literally.
He's a doo-doo Pokemon. I don't know why, like...
Pokemon.
He's a doo-doo.
He's kind of like a weird little henchman in, like, the early parts of Cross Wars. He's just like the shitty little mascot that the bad guys keep around, who just is dumb and has, like, a stupid catchphrase that's really annoying. I don't know why he's a main character. He doesn't even show up in the episodes of Cross Wars I mentioned. He, like, fucking dies and doesn't come back to life for a while, I guess.
Uh-huh.
So, I don't know. D tier. That's what I say.
Sure. Let's move on to Try.
Go ahead.
God. Okay, so we have 3 seasons left, and it is almost 5. Do we want to just wrap up and save these for future weeks?
I'm fine with either.
Okay, yeah, I feel like I don't want to rush my way through App Monsters. I feel like I have a lot to say about those guys, and I like them a lot, so let's save these.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, so let's jump straight into our plugs.
Right, I'll go first again, because mine is super short. Hi, I'm Elvier, and you can only find me on Twitter, which is @Elvier.
So, I'm Morg. You can find me at Haunting the Morg on Twitter. That's Haunting the MORG. You can also find me on my other podcasts. Departure Lounge still exists out in the world. But my active ones are Sonic Shuffle, a random and holistic Sonic lore podcast, and Forward ReZero Watch podcast. That's it for me.
I'm Emery. I'm on For Affinity at my username Space Robot. I got my art there. I draw some furry art sometimes. I haven't had a lot of time for drawing lately, but I drew up cute tails. Maybe I'll post her eventually.
Love her.
So yeah, let's see what else. I'm on a podcast called Gone Will Hunting. We're gonna start releasing episodes again for that real soon. We're just trying to hammer out the details of like our editing schedule, but we're really trying to get back into the swing of that now that we've finished recording all of Hunter x Hunters, and we're working on a new project. Me and Devin and Sky, we got some shit in the works. Look out for that.
Ooh, mysterious.
Devin kind of mentioned it on Sonic Shuffle. If you want to talk about it here, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't want to. Yeah, I know we had a little teaser for it on Sonic Shuffle, but I think I want to keep... I don't want to say too much until we have, until we're closer to release, so...
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'll tease it more as we're getting closer to that point. So yeah, we are on Twitter. That's at DigiGhostGaze. You can find the link in our show notes. Also in our show notes is the link to the Discord. Come in there, say hi. Now that Ghost Game is back, we can finally talk about Ghost Game spoilers in the spoiler chat. I'm so happy. I got to see Jellymon again, and I love her.
Same. Now that I've joined the spoiler chat. Amazing feeling.
I haven't watched it yet.
It's good.
Yeah, worth the wait, I promise. So yeah, next week we're going to be back to our regular coverage of Ghost Game. I'm hyped for it. Also in our Discord, we do Digimondays on, of course, Mondays at 7 p.m. Eastern, and we're making our way through Tamers. We just saw the first Megalograumon evolution. We saw Gilmon get big and have robo-titties that shoot lasers. It was cool. So yeah, that's that. This is a noisespace.xyz podcast. You can go to noisespace.xyz and find all sorts of rad shows for your little podcast player. So let's see. Prime Cuts just wrapped up the first season that they're covering of Transformers Armada. So yeah, go. I'm not sure if that episode is out yet or if they've just recorded it, but
I'm behind.
Go listen to that because it's really good. Yeah, any shows y'all want to shout out?
0 to 0 just came out with their first episode of The Suicide Squad, and they already like it. Even though at first they were like, I think I like it, but I'm not sure if I like the director, but they like talked it through and they're like, actually, this is probably one of the better movies of the DCEU. And I'm like, yeah, that's what I've heard also. And then I think Kyle XY came out with its last episode today as we're recording this.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I listened to the second to last episode today, so I'm a bit behind. But that means I get to keep it a little longer before it's over.
True.
Because it's a really good podcast.
They're taking a break, but I think they're gonna do a new podcast, so...
Hell yeah. Keep an eye out for that.
Be like that sometimes. You know, there's a lot of podcasts on there. Pod Agreed, and, what else came out recently? Prime Cuts, like you said.
Kamurocho Radio, which I'm not sure if we've shouted them out before, but that is a podcast covering the Yakuza series of games with Jordan and Argyle. I haven't listened to a bunch of that, but I caught a few of the early episodes, and it's real funny.
Yeah, it's funny. I just don't know enough about Yakuza, so I'm like, should I listen? But it's like, you know, it's one of those things where I'm like, I listen to other podcasts where I don't fucking experience the media, so...
I was just gonna say, because of course we only listen to podcasts when we're also engaging in the other media that they're describing.
I was like, yeah, I don't watch Kyle XY.
I haven't seen a Yu-Gi-Oh! Episode in months, but I'm still a loyal listener.
Yes, me too, yes. I'm a little behind on that. More than a little. I'm in season 2, but that's fine. Of GX. It's fine.
You've got time. You'll get there.
The thing about GX is that it's 180 episodes long, and some of them are good, but not all of them.
It's very long.
It's very long.
They're gonna be podcasting for the rest of their goddamn lives.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, so I think that about wraps it up. So, until next time, all you poltergeist ghouls and non-binaries, Digimon is
for the game.
Goodbye, darlings.